Hello my dear students, today we are going to explore one of the most fascinating insects in the world of biology, the silkworm, Bombyx mori, the tiny creature behind the luxurious fabric silk. In this video, we will take a comprehensive look at the morphology of Bombyx mori across all its life stages, egg, larva, pupa and adult. But that's not all. We all also dive deep into the internal anatomy, covering key systems: digestive system of the larva, circulatory system in larva, pupa and adult, nervous system in larva and adult, the amazing silk gland in the larval stage, and finally the reproductive system in adult silkworm. Whether you are preparing for undergraduate zoology semesters or zoology PG entrances, or just love entomology, this video will make the concepts clear and easy to grasp. So let's begin our journey through the life cycle and internal world of the silkworm, Bombyx mori. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more simplified biology content. The life cycle of the silkworm Bombyx mori consists of four distinct stages, like egg, larva, pupa and adult. Each has its unique morphological characteristics. Silkworm eggs are small, oval-shaped structures measuring approximately 1 to 1.5 mm in size. Their freshly laid eggs appear pale yellow or white, gradually darkening to a grey or brownish color as they approach hatching. The surface of the egg is smooth. Within the egg, the embryo undergoes development, and under optimal conditions, the first insular larva hatches after an incubation period of about 10 days. The silkworm larva or caterpillar has a cylindrical segmented body that grows up to 7 to 8 cm in length after passing through 5 molting stages or instar. Its initial coloration is pale white or grey, though it may develop greenish, creamy or yellowish tinge depending on diet, genetic variety. The body is divided into three main parts: head, thorax and abdomen. The head features strong mandibles used for feeding on mulberry leaves, while thorax bears three pairs of true legs, and the abdomen possesses several pairs of prolegs for movement. Prominent silk glands run along the larval body and secretes silk through a spinneret located at the mouth. Throughout this stage, the larva feed voraciously on mulberry leaves, storing energy for the upcoming pupation phase. The silkworm pupa, it also known as chrysalis, is an immobile stage enclosed within a silk cocoon and measures approximately 2 to 3 cm in length. The pupa itself pale brown to dark brown in color. During this stage, significant internal transformation takes place as the wings, antenna and the legs of the adult moth begin to develop. The surrounding cocoon, made from a continuous silk thread secreted by the larva in its final developmental stage, is soft yet strong, providing protection throughout metamorphosis. The adult silkworm. The adult silkworm moth has a wingspan of about 3 to 5 cm, with females generally larger than males. It is pale white or creamy in color, often with faint grey or black markings on the wings. The stout body is covered with fine hairs, and the broad wings are not suited for sustained flight, as the domesticated moth is largely flightless. Both sexes possess feathery antennae, though the males have more prominent ones to detect female female pheromones. After emerging from the cocoon, adult moths mate and the female lay eggs around 300 to 500 eggs before both sexes die, thus completing the life cycle. Each stage plays a crucial role in the silk production process, particularly the larval and pupal stage, during which the valuable silk thread is produced. Silkworm anatomy: Bombyx mori. Digestive system: larva, circulatory system, larva, pupa, adult, nervous system, larva and adult. The anatomy of the silkworm or Bombyx mori is specialized for its life cycle and function at different stages of development. Here is an overview of the digestive system, circulatory system and nervous system of the silkworm across its larval, pupal and adult stages. The digestive system of the silkworm, it is highly specialized for consuming mulberry leaves and includes several distinct parts. The well-developed chewing mouth parts, particularly the strong mandibles, help cut and grind the leaves. From the mouth, food passes into the pharynx and then into the esophagus, which transports it to the midgut. The midgut, a long and coiled structure, is the primary site for its digestion and absorption, with specialized cells secreting enzymes that break down cellulose and other plant materials. The hindgut follows, where water is absorbed and waste is compacted into solid pellets for excretion through anus. Though not part of the digestive system, the silk glands lie nearby and produce fibroin and sericin proteins used by the larva to spin its cocoon. The circulatory system of silkworm. The circulatory system of the silkworm is one type where the blood or hemolymph is not confined to vessels but directly bathes the internal organs. The heart, a long tubular dorsal vessel running through all body segments, pumps hemolymph from the posterior to the anterior end. Hemolymph lacks hemoglobin and therefore does not transport oxygen. Instead, it carries nutrients, waste products, hormones and immune cells. With oxygen exchange occurs through the separate tracheal system. In adults, accessory pulsatile organs near the wings help circulate hemolymph to the extremities. Across developmental stages, the circulatory system serves distinct roles in the larva. It transports nutrients to growing tissue. In the pupa, it facilitates tissue breakdown and reformation during metamorphosis. And in the adult, it supports reproductive functions by delivering necessary nutrient and hormones. The nervous system of silkworm. The nervous system of silkworm comprises a central nervous system including the brain, supraesophageal ganglia and ventral nerve cord. A peripheral nervous system formed by branching nerves. The brain, located above the esophagus in the head, regulates sensory input such as vision, smell and taste, controlling feeding in the larva and mating and egg laying in the adult. Below the esophagus lies the subesophageal ganglia, which connects to the brain and primarily governs mouthpart movement and feeding behavior. Especially in larva, the ventral nerve cord runs along the ventral side of the body and consists of segmental ganglia that control movement in specific body segments. In larva, sensory organs include tactile seta, chemoreceptors for detecting mulberry leaves, and ocelli for light detection. In adults, the nervous system is adapted for reproduction, with male moths possessing highly developed olfactory receptors in their antenna to detect female pheromones. Silk gland of silkworm larva. The silk gland of the silkworm or Bombyx mori larva is a highly specialized paired organ responsible for producing silk during the cocoon spinning stage. These glands run along the sides of the larval's body, extending from the head to the posterior end. Structurally, each gland consists of three parts: the posterior silk gland, which is the largest and synthesized fibroin, the core structural protein of silk, the middle silk gland, which stores and transports silk while secreting sericin, a sticky protein that coats and binds the fibroin threads, and the anterior silk gland or spinning duct, which leads to the spinneret located in the mouth and extrudes the silk. Fibroin provides strength and flexibility to the silk, while sericin acts as a glue, making the silk cohesive. When the larva prepares for pupation, it secretes a continuous silk thread up to 1500 meters long that solidifies on contact with air and forms a protective cocoon through the spinneret. Female reproductive system of silkworm larva. The female reproductive system of the silkworm larva, silkworm moth, consists of two large ovaries, each made up of numerous ovarioles that produce and mature several hundred eggs. Once matured, the eggs pass through paired oviduct that merge into common oviduct, leading to the genital opening for egg laying. After mating, sperm from the male is stored in a specialized organ called the spermatheca, where it remains viable for an extended period to fertilize eggs. The fertilized eggs are then laid in clusters through a process called oviposition, typically on a suitable surface, with a female capable of laying around 300 to 500 eggs. The male reproductive system of the silkworm. The male reproductive system of silkworm moth includes two testes, each composed of numerous small tubes that produce sperm. The sperm travels from the testes through the vasa differentia, which lead to ejaculatory duct. Accessory glands secrete fluids that facilitate sperm transfer during mating. The adagus, the male copulatory organ, is used to deliver sperm into the female during copulation. During courtship, males are attracted to females by pheromones secreted by the female, which are detected by the male's highly sensitive antenna. Copulation involves the transfer of sperm through the adagus into the female's spermatheca, where the sperm is stored until it is used to fertilize the eggs. So, my dear students, today we took a detailed journey through the fascinating world of the silkworm Bombyx mori. From its egg to larva, pupa and other stages, we explored the complete life cycle and uncovered the structure and function of key systems like digestive system, circulatory system, nervous system and reproductive system, and also the silk gland. We also learned about the unique silk gland and how they produce valuable silk we use every day. Understanding the internal and external anatomy of the silkworm not only deepens our knowledge of the incredible insects but also help us appreciate its economic and scientific importance. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me. If you found this session informative, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Keep discovering the amazing secrets of biology. See you in the next class. Bye.